Welcome back to the Goal2Go podcast, man. Episode 40, right upon us, man. NBA playoffs still going on. Conference semifinals, some series heating up. Look like some teams running away right now. This episode hits you with some hot or not. We're going to give our top 3 playoff performers as of right now. And then, obviously, we're going to talk about games today and this week and what we think about the series. So starting it off, man, I got 3 hot or not for you.
I'm ready.
Let's see, man. We'll see if you're ready. Hot or not, Celtics should look to move on from JT in the offseason.
I'm going to say that's a hot take. Jason Tatum is pretty much like the staple of the Boston Celtics right now. They're not going to move off of him. Now, Jaylen Brown, you've heard the rumbles ever since those KD trade talks that he's been unhappy. He just made, I believe, an All-NBA team. So he's going to look for that max contract extension. Is it going to be from the Celtics or is another team going to offer it to him? I don't know. But if they lose to the 76ers this series, I think there's going to be some serious talks within that building about like that roster and how it's constructed. But I don't think Jason Tatum is the one that goes. I mean, he's a top 10, top 5 NBA player, however you want to put it. I'd definitely say top 10, but you don't move off of Jason Tatum. I think Brown would be the one that goes.
I mean, if you've been tapped in with the Celtics, JB's been playing better than Tatum, and it came down to that last possession the Celtics had the other night when they lost. Press conference, they asked Jaylen Brown, they were like, what do you kind of do? Have to get that ball in that situation? Like, he was cooking all game while Tatum was like 3 for 12 or something like that. Jaylen Brown's like, I don't know, bro. I guess I got a demand for the ball. So, obviously, he's unhappy.
But Tatum was, in the second half, he turned it around. He was playing really good in the second half and in the fourth quarter. But it's like always, like down the stretch, it's Marcus Smart that is the problem, bro. Like, it's always, fam, whenever like it seems to really matter, it's like the ball is always in Marcus Smart's hand. And, bro, there's this stat. I don't know if I'm completely right, but it's something like this, bro. It was like down the stretch with like, like game-winning shots with like under a minute left. I think it's Marcus Smart has shot 13 of those shots like total since he's been a Celtic, and JT and Jaylen Brown combined have only shot like 11 or 12. Like, it's just Marcus Smart just always finds the ball in his hands at the wrong time.
It's because they're leaving Smart wide open. I mean, you can't blame him.
Still, like, I'd rather have Tatum or Brown shoot like a contested shot than Smart shooting the ball wide open.
I kind of agree with that, but I also thought the same thing. It was like Jaylen Brown, he kind of wanted the ball. He saw Tatum
But he don't
get
be
it.
wanting the ball, bro. Like, he always just like, now, it could be a coaching issue or whatever. Like, what is, like, Missoula doing? Like, bro, he's just sitting in the corner. Like, that's all he does, like, down the stretch. Like, when both of those Marcus Smart plays, like, Jaylen Brown's just, like, in the corner, bro. Like, just out of the play. And then they never call timeouts down the stretch to run a play, like, maybe to run something for him. But
no, that's a whole nother story, the no timeouts. But there was a point where JB was like, I want the ball, and, like, Tatum kind of just took it up, ignored Jaylen Brown, and Brown's like, kind of looked like he was done with this shit. And he's like, let me get to the corner, bro. I know I'm not touching the rock. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. I think Jaylen Brown is better than Tatum.
he's not.
Plays better in the playoffs.
Brown?
He does. I mean, just look at this series alone. But
I think Tatum's played better, bro.
I don't think overall regular season and playoffs, yeah, he's better overall. But Jaylen Brown knows how to elevate in the playoffs compared to Tatum, who's non-existent now.
Jaylen Brown hasn't even like had like a crazy game this playoff yet. Like, he hasn't, like, he's just good, bro.
It's because they stopped getting the ball to him.
Okay, that's not Tatum's fault. It's the fucking coach's fault.
But Tatum
He's
always
not.
shooting. All right.
Bro, Tatum's the best player on the Celtics, bro. He is.
Yeah, he should be the best player on
Jaylen Brown
the
can
team.
dribble.
Bro, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, like, from the
bro,
fact,
like, bro, pull up the numbers, bro. Like, fam, man, in the playoffs, like, I don't think so, bro.
all I'm saying is Jason Tatum is the face of the Celtics.
Either way,
I know they won't let him go.
I don't think anyone on that Boston team has played up to their full potential this playoff series or this playoff run. Maybe except Brogdon, who's had a few big games. That Basketball Reference.
I don't know why Stat Muse doesn't just have this. Playoffs.
So far this playoffs, Jaylen Brown has averaged 25 points, 5 rebounds, and we'll round up to 4 assists.
All right. So I'm looking just this Philly series. I don't have his averages right now.
It's on Stat Muse.
It includes some of last year's.
No, you gotta click on it. It'll show. Cause I got Jaylen Brown shit right here. 10 games played, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 1 steal. 55% from the field, 47% from 3.
All right. He's averaging 26, 10, 5 on 46% and 34% from 3.
So, I mean, Jaylen Brown's more efficient, but, I mean, Tatum's bringing more. 10 boards, like...
Fam, what do you want to do?
Last game he had
player?
18 boards.
I'm not... he's 6'11". I mean, 6'10".
Okay, and he averaging, what you said, 26?
26.
Okay, more points.
46% and 34% from 3. All I'm saying is...
But
bro,
Tatum's seeing the better defender every time, though.
And he's not...
PJ Tucker on his ass.
All I'm saying is, bro, Tatum in the playoffs really hasn't... He's not... He wants to be Kobe, bro, and he's not Kobe.
I'll agree with that. This playoffs, he hasn't elevated his game like we've seen some superstars do this year.
Not even...
But, I mean, bro, like, you seen the numbers, like, this shit, like, Tatum and Brown, like, it's a coin flip, and I think both of them need, like, either one of them has to elevate, be the clear number one, and right now they both, like, the same... They doing the same shit. I think the Boston Celtics overall have not played, to their true talent level because they got a deep ass team. Like they got people on that roster that could really hoop. So, but I do think they end up winning this series.
You do?
I think they beat the Sixers. Yeah.
We'll get into it later, but I'm gonna go with the Sixers on it.
Fam, if the Sixers win, bro, fam, just heat a lock to the fucking ship, bro.
We'll see. Now, next up, hot or not, the New York Knicks should move on from Julius Randle this offseason.
That's not a hot take. Julius Randle is just... Bro, like, you watch the games, bro. Like, he puts up numbers. He's an all-star caliber player, all-NBA third team a couple years ago, but... I think it's clearly Jalen Brunson's team now, and if you ask anybody in New York, they'd agree with you. He just doesn't seem to fit, like, that team. It's like Jalen Brunson, he wants to dribble the ball. He's going to get in the lane, get that floater, he'll open threes, but Randall's just like a ball stopper, bro. It's tough, and especially if they lose. I mean, he just has some weird plays, bro. Like, you just look up and, what are you doing? So, I don't know, man. That Knicks roster is tough, bro. They just need, like one more superstar, bro. And I think they'll be all right. Now, they saying Giannis is unhappy. The Knicks are a place to watch. The Luka rumors are going to be out. Like, I mean, the Knicks are always just, like, in rumors for, like, the best player available, but never seem to get them. But if they lose to the Heat, especially if they lose in a gentleman's sweep, I mean, I don't know, like, the contract or whatever, like, how you would do it, but, I mean, moving off of Randall wouldn't be the worst thing ever. If you can get, like, something else, you feel me?
I agree. It is definitely Brunson's team now.
I just need more shooting, bro.
Randall does hit some tough shots, but you mentioned, like, he slows the pace down, and the Knicks kind of get
some bad turnovers from him, too. It's like...
Definitely agree. Along with those Giannis rumors, I don't think Giannis is leaving Milwaukee at all. He might unhappy. Like, I don't think they'd get rid of Budenholzer if Giannis wasn't like, I'm kind of fine with it. Like, it's a decision. Like, oh, if you fire him, I'm leaving. Like, the Bucks wouldn't do that. Just like, you're gonna keep Giannis there. It's kind of like LeBron. You want to keep them happy. What do they want? We'll do it for you. So I doubt he'll leave Milwaukee, let alone go to New York. But yeah, New York's always in the mix for that.
Always,
I think your Flash is on too. But yeah, I doubt it. We'll see. It's gonna be an interesting offseason with some pieces. The last one I got, the Suns started off the series down 2-0. So hot or not, the Suns will be in the Western Conference Finals.
I'm going to say that is not a hot take just because the series is 2-2 right now. I mean, it could go either way. It's basically 0-0, you feel me? It's a 3-game series now. So now I can definitely see it happening. I personally think the Nuggets will win. It could be one of those just the home team wins every game kind of series. And, Denver playing at home is definitely a different team. They've been lights out at home this season and, in the playoffs. They've yet to lose a home playoff game. They haven't lost to the Suns yet at home either. So it's going to be interesting. Jokic not suspended. The series could really go either way. It's like you said, it's 2 great games from D-Book and KD. Jokic, 53 points, you feel me? So, if he just gets a little bit more from his team, I think they'll be okay. But, if Devin Booker keeps playing like this, Kevin Durant keeps contributing, like, this series could easily go 7.
Yeah, 100%. We'll get into the Suns. They came back from 2-0 as well. They played a night game 5 in Denver, 10:30 Eastern. Meanwhile, I think the Sixers and Celtics might just be tipping off right about now. That's going to wrap up Hot or Not for this week. Liked your takes. You're improving.
That's funny.
I'm just fucking with you. 13-10. The Sixers are up right now in the first 6 minutes left. But we're going to jump into our top 3 performers of the playoffs this far. Do you want to do in order or no order?
We could do what you want to do. I don't know.
Let's do. You got an order for your 3?
I didn't. Yeah, but I didn't think of like a real. Okay, we can do. If you want to do order, we can do order.
We don't have to.
No, let's do order.
All right. I'm just gonna name my 3. You can name your 3 after, and then we'll dive into it.
Or no order, bro. Just do your 3.
No
bro.
order.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it could go either way. Like
yeah, I agree. So top 3 playoff performers up to this point, man. I got Jimmy Butler, Devin Booker, and Nikola Jokic. Who's your 3?
My 3 right now I have is Jokic, Stephen Curry, and then Anthony Davis when he's engaged.
Every other Davis?
Well, I don't know. It was last 2 games he played pretty good.
He
so
did.
It seemed to be, 2 games in a row. Now, game 5 on the road, I don't know.
Back at the I'm drawing a blank on the Warriors Stadium.
It's not Oracle anymore. It's the Chase Center.
Yeah, it might. Dang.
I don't
even. It doesn't matter. But regardless, I'm throw honorable mention James Harden. Not even engaged James Harden.
You gotta say engaged James Harden.
No, it's bad fit James Harden. We gotta look and see if James Harden was wearing a bad fit today. Apparently, like when he wears a decent to good fit, like you like, is not an ugly fit.
Fits,
he drops like 14 points. they literally brought up a picture with the stats for every game when just wearing the most atrocious fit on the planet, 40 points, 30 points. So it's bad fit Harden, bro. We're gonna have to see what he's wearing. I bet there's a little picture of him, but I'm gonna go ahead, break it down. Jimmy Butler, man, heart and soul of the Miami Heat. Kind of muscled them up to this point. Got some support last night, which was really good to see, and especially when he was out winning a game too. Jimmy, 33.5 points, 6.4 rebounds a game, and 5.1 assists. Shooting 56% from the field, 39% from three. He's got 1.6 steals. They've only lost 2 games to this point in the playoffs, up 3-1 on the Knicks. Devin Booker, man, I mean, you don't even got to say it. Double team, triple team, Booker's hitting the shot. 36.8 points a game. Insane. That's 37 points a game. 5.1 rebounds, 7.4 assists. He's got 2 steals a game on 61.7% from the field and 51% from three. So he's shooting 60, 50, and probably 90 from the free throw line. I didn't even look at that. Meanwhile, Jokic over there in Denver, 30.8, 13.1 rebounds a game, 9.2 assists on 52%, and then 47.2 from three. So, I mean, he's solid. And then the reason I put Harden in there, because his good fit days, he's averaging 23, 6, 8 assists, 1.6 steals on 41% from the field, but ironically shooting 42% from three. Harden, I mean, he got them through some tough games last game against the Celtics when it looked like, they kind of had it in the bag. Harden came up, hit a clutch shot to send it to OT, and then that corner three that kind of put that dagger, the go-ahead bucket, not really dagger, but the go-ahead bucket to put the Sixers up against the Celtics before Marcus Smart ended up with the ball, couldn't get the shot off in time. Even though he hit it, it would have been a hit for Marcus Smart, but didn't fall. Jokic, kind of same thing. I mean, he's playing Jokic basketball. He's hooping. Kind of expect it from him. That's why I was like, you could take him out, bro, but he's just an unbelievable player. You mentioned KD finally stepping it up, getting buckets, but Devin Booker is that leader of that team right now, and that's who they're really keying in on. I mean, 37 points a game. And then Jimmy, I think he had like 12 points in the first half yesterday. Less than that, maybe 9. And I think he had 5 to open the game up. The teammates got it going last game. But prior to that, I mean, it took 50-point performances from Jimmy. Everything he had in the tank. So for him to take the 8-seed Heat, who are looking down this year, one game away from conference finals once again, possibly against either his former teammate in Embiid or a rematch against the Celtics. Won 7 games last year. Great position to be in for Jimmy and the Heat, and the same with those other players.
Yeah, so you touched on Jokic. I mean, what he's doing this playoff series is just like, I know he didn't win MVP this year. He kind of, shipped it in regular season at the end there. Wasn't really, worried about the award, and I guess you see it paying off now because he's probably the best player in the playoffs right now. Just the way he's running that offense, that 53-point explosion he's had. I mean, he's just hitting the guys, cutting, creating so many open shots for people. And then you know what he does on the board as well. He's going to hustle. He's going to grab those rebounds. Nikola Jokic is just like, if you think of the Denver Nuggets, like whenever I watch him play, it's like a solar system, bro. Like Jokic is the sun. He's in the center of the solar system. Like everything revolves around him. And then everyone else is just like planets, you feel me? Just feeding off of his warmth and rays. And the way, bro, the Nuggets, like on offense, they're just insane, bro.
Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. That take, man.
I mean, it is, bro.
No, it's facts.
It's like,
it's fact. I'm not arguing. That's 100% facts, bro. But I never thought about breaking it down like that, bro. You deserve a fucking award for that shit, bro. Science teachers should be putting up film on how the sun works, but
for real, that's hey, just watch Jokic play offense. That's the solar system right there. He's the reason for all life on that Denver Nuggets team. And then Stephen Curry, man, I think in the first series against the Kings, we saw how good Curry can be scoring the ball. I mean, you saw the Game 4 performance, scoring 50 points. him going head-to-head with De'Aaron Fox, shooting the ball, scoring really, really well. But I think what elevated him this playoff series or this playoff run is against the Lakers, you're seeing him do so much more offensively. The Lakers are like, okay, Curry, you're not going to beat us shooting. So he's like, all right, that's fine. I'll expand my game. I'll play a true point guard. Last game, he had a triple-double. I believe he had double digits assists in the last 2 games. I know he had 14 or something like that last game. But just watching Stephen Curry run the offense is insane because, I mean, he's going to hit a jump shot from 30 feet out. But when you come off that screen, they running that pick and roll with Curry now. Once he gets that switch, it's just an easy dump off for him. So watching the Warriors, get in transition, the gravity Stephen Curry has, all the way out to fucking half court. Like Jarrett Vanderbilt and Dennis Schroeder are checking him once he gets the ball from the inbound. They're guarding him the entire court. So just to see him, like, his game, like, evolve and expand more, Jokic is like the sun of the solar system. The scientific comparison I have for Curry is like a spider web, bro. He's like a spider on his web, you feel me? He's just reaching out all over the court. He's finding the open guys in the corners, just watching that offense flow perfectly. So I think, Stephen Curry stepping his game up offensively. You got to give it to him. 30 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. He's literally doing it all for the Golden State Warriors, who have some players that are very disappointing, players that aren't stepping up. So, I mean, it's all on Curry. And then Anthony Davis, when he's engaged, it used to be even game Anthony Davis, or was it odd game? I don't know.
It was
every other
day.
Every other day, bro.
Yeah, every other game.
I mean, now saw 2 solid performances back-to-back, and LeBron said it last night. He's the best defensive player in the league. And when Anthony Davis is playing, at his best, what he does defensively is just insane, deterring people away from open shots, blocking the ball. I think he's averaging like 4 blocks a game this playoffs. He leads the playoffs in total blocks. Being able to, interfere in the passing lanes, watching the Warriors just not be able to score in the paint when he's there, it's just insane, like just his presence. So what Anthony Davis is able to do offensively and defensively when he's engaged, when he's, fully committed, he's been the best player on the Lakers this entire playoff series. So the Lakers are going to go as far as Anthony Davis, and I think when he's, when his mind is up to it and when he's actually, engaged and playing at his hardest, Anthony Davis is one of the best players, if not the best player on the floor any given game.
Yeah, touched on it well. Spiderweb, Curry, and solar system. Jokic, heard it here first. I'm looking at it. Harden right now, he's got 5, 3, and 2 in 8 minutes. And the fit's not horrible. It's not horrible. It's not the best fit.
You got the Marnie slippers on, dude.
Yeah, you got the little slippers on, some pink pants, hoodie, and a jean jacket. So it's not Harden's atrocious fit, not the best fit, but I'm fucking with it. I mean,
yeah, that's a bad sign, huh?
Yeah, it's he might be going like fucking 4 for 12 from the field. So we'll see. Let's see. Davis proved not every other Davis last game, so maybe Harden proves he could hoop in a good fit. So we'll see. But those are our top 3 playoff performers on each side, man. All these guys obviously hooping out of their mind. I was thinking about throwing Brunson in there, but I looked, his numbers not as good as they show. But he's gotten the Knicks here.
Who do you think has been the best duo in the playoffs?
That's a great question.
Like top duo.
I would have to go Harden and Embiid at this point, just because you look at
D-Book over D-Book and KD.
Oh, you're right. I'm tripping. I forgot about 2.
Yeah.
I am, because KD, he had a slow start to the series, and he came back. He got in his KD bag, 2 hands in his face, no fear. He knew he wasn't blocking a shot, putting the ball in the basket. You see KD do that, and then you see D-Book shoot over double teams. Jokic was on the sideline. There's only 2 of them, but you might as well just be 5-on-5 with those 2 guys.
Jokic and Murray is kind of up there, too. Murray's been having a good playoff run.
Yeah, but it's nothing compared to what D-Book single-handedly is doing, and
Kevin Durant.
KD's just playing. Durant. Yeah, he's playing solid ball now. After that one bad game, he sort of stepped it up and kind of proved he's a slim reaper once again. So
Yeah, this entire playoffs has really been just them two, and then last game got a Landry Shamet fourth quarter. So
Landry Shamet was. I don't know who was announcing that game, but they're like Shamet. I was like, bro, Landry Shamet getting buckets.
KD book all playoff series has been 1 quarter from Landry Shamet.
Fam, I mean, 1 quarter from Landry Shamet, 1 quarter from Lonnie Walker. Like,
yeah,
that's surprising. I'm happy for Lonnie Walker.
Although in the last game, like 2 games ago, in game 3, Lonnie Walker had a pretty good game as well.
Yeah, but that
not that.
That was all
quarter.
in the fourth quarter. Yeah.
Yeah, that was all in the fourth quarter.
You know, I want to shout out just the Heat role players. Gabe Vincent, he had an off game, I think 2 games ago or whatnot. Strus been stepping off.
Dunk, no.
He did. Bam.
Oh, no, that was Martin. That was Caleb Martin that had that dunk.
Oh, last night?
Yeah,
off the wing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he jammed it. Caleb Martin, another guy that's been proven out. I mean, those 3 guys all undrafted, but Bam Adebayo, that's who I'm most happy with these last 3 games. The stretch he's had, looking aggressive at the basket, dunking the ball. So, I mean, Bam and Jimmy might be making a comeback for best duo, but I'll probably jinx it knowing Bam. So,
Bam, it's Jimmy and the whole team, bro. Like, everyone just plays their role and, like,
the last game, though, bro, that
Bam did have a good last game, though. He had, 13 in the first half or something like that.
Yeah, I think I think he just either tied or took the lead for second most Heat playoff double-doubles. I think he just beat out D-Wade. Next up's LeBron. I don't know if I did send it to you. LeBron and Shaq are the best 2 players ever put on a Heat uniform, but Jimmy and D-Wade are the 2 greatest Heat players of all time. Like, just in their essence.
I don't think I got that. But, I mean, I agree. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe it didn't. That shit was early in the AM. Maybe it was groups. Nah, maybe it didn't. I'm tripping.
No, you ain't seen it.
But yeah, and they're like, "Oh, if you don't get it, I can't explain it to you." Which is like true. But I mean, we'll see, man.
Although I don't know, LeBron was crazy, bro. It's like that's prime LeBron.
He was, man, and not to take any credit away from LeBron, but you still did have Hall of Famer Chris Bosh, Hall of Famer. Maybe. I think he got in. No. No, not yet.
No, D Wade had just got in.
But Chris Bosh ended his career before D Wade. Because Chris Bosh had the blood clots.
He might be. I think he did actually.
Regardless, I mean, Mario Chalmers, 2021 he was elected. You know, you had guys like Mike Miller, Shane Battier.
Mike.
Exactly. Guys that had experience, guys that could play their role.
Ray Allen.
Compared Ray Allen, even on the downside of his career. Like, I mean, you would have said 2 years ago, Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, Max Strus are playing valuable minutes. Even Duncan Robinson.
Bro.
Like, those are 4 undrafted guys right there. Haywood Highsmith, are you fucking kidding me? Like, he's out there that's hustling and shit. Like, it's got to resemble for something with the way Jimmy does. I mean, the only other 2 first-round picks is Bam and Tyler Hero, and one of them's not even on the court. I guess Vic, too. He's not on the court, but he's washed at this point in his career. He's just had less help, but LeBron was crazy. K-Love, back end of his career, too. Like, he basically got shipped out of Cleveland for a bag of chips. Like,
man, Cleveland could have used him.
They could have, bro. They had no floor spacing. But, I mean, we'll talk about the Heat in a minute. We'll start with these 76ers Celtics. You said you had the Celtics this series. I got the Sixers. I think this one might go 7, bro. Like, I mean,
it could, but it should not, and the Celtics shouldn't win. But I mean, the Sixers can win, and it could go 7.
No, the Celtics should win. Sixers up 7 right now, end of first. And B's got 11. Maxi's got 11. Harden's still with 5, so good fit Harden. But Maxi, okay, Played the whole first. Yeah, you like the Celtics. I mean, we talked about them, bro. Missoula, kind of the miscues of the timeouts. I was watching Matt Barnes talk about it, and I think he did a good job. He's like, end of regulation, you let them play out. He's like, that's cool. You want to run the fast break, maybe not get the defense set, let your guys go.
That's not what happened, though.
No, the end of the first, or end of regulation.
I'm
talking about end of regulation when Smart missed the three.
Okay.
Yeah, so end of regulation, like you let him play, like okay, like it is what it is.
But in overtime, that's
you don't run it back twice. That's exactly what he said. He's
it's not even that. It's that, like, bro, they didn't even. There was no fast break. There was no flow of the game, bro. Like they got the ball and like they're just slowly bringing it up the court. Like JT didn't drive to the basket until there was 5 seconds left. I think they had 17 seconds left on the shot clock when they inbounded the ball. You feel me? So it's just like it just wasted time. Like
I agree with that. It was a horrible no timeout call. Young coach. I mean, kind of what you expect. Kind of like not what you want to see happen. As a learning curve, especially in the playoffs and a, kind of crucial game on the road. If you can steal one on the road, then you're in control 3-1. Instead, you're even 2-2 heading back to home, which is good.
They did steal one on the road.
They did steal one, but they could have stole 2 on the road.
Yeah, they could have.
Yeah, you're right. They could have took 2 on the road. Instead, you split both series now, heading back to home in Boston. Kind of a must-win game for the. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is in Boston.
Yeah, they in Boston now.
Yeah.
Because they both just did their 2 games at home.
Yep.
They both split.
Yeah, they both got one on the road, one at home. So it's going to be interesting. If Maxey, 11 points, I mean, if he hoops like this, I kind of see the Sixers going away with it. But, I mean, that's yet to see. So
Celtics, they just need a closer, bro. Tatum or Jaylen Brown, one of them got to step up and be the closer because they came back. They were down, I believe, double digits in that third quarter. They rallied back. Brogdon hit a big 3. Like, they took the lead in the fourth, but it was just, it didn't seem like they had, like, a go-to player. You feel me? Like, all right. Like, if the Warriors, they're down, like, last night against the Lakers, it's like, okay, Curry going to shoot this. Like, you feel me? He's our closer. Like, we live or die by Curry.
And they did die.
For the Celtics, it's like, dang, like, is it going to be Tatum? Like, he made the right pass to Marcus Smart, but, like, you don't want Smart shooting that. Like, you mentioned Jaylen Brown. He's hooping pretty good. Like, we want Jaylen Brown to shoot it, but he's not going to get the ball. They're not calling plays for him. It's just, I don't know. It's like nobody want to step up and take that, like, superstar elevated level on the Celtics, whereas I think Jason Tatum has the potential. He kind of did it last year in the playoffs. That Game 6 against Milwaukee, he had a big game, and then against the Miami Heat, he played really well also. So you just gotta, one of them just gotta step up and gotta demand that ball down the stretch. But like you said, if you call a timeout, then you're able to draw up a play for that closer. You're able to get something going, but it's just tough, man.
Even if it's something you do in practice where you go to no timeout, I mean, at that point, you have to call a timeout in that overtime down 1 situation. First one, you could head to OT, took the chance. But, yeah, right now, Harden not doing bad. He's 3 for 3. Maxey 4 for 7. But he's hit 3 threes, 3 of 4 from 3. Embiid is 4 of 9 from the field. But he also hit 2 threes. So they're looking pretty good right now in the 76ers. Meanwhile, on the other side, your boy Jason Tatum, 0 for 6 from the field in the first. And the start of the second.
Starting slow again.
Starting slower. It's 0 for 6 slow.
I think he was like 1 for 13 or something in the first half of last game.
Jaylen Brown, the only reason the Celtics are only down 14. He's 4 for 6 from the field. Derek White, 2 for 3.
Gotta get Brogdon going.
Brogdon, he's got 1 bucket. He's got a tray. Rob Wills got a bucket. Horford and Tatum combined 0 for 8 to open the game.
Like I said, bro, I think the Celtics are the better team. They're more talented, but fam, the Sixers end up winning, bro. It's a good time to be Heat, fam.
Bro, Embiid scares me against
Like,
Bam.
who would you rather play, bro?
Honestly, I want to play the Celtics again just because I know how bad Jason Tatum is right now. 0 for 6 from the field. He doesn't.
Bam usually plays and be pretty good, doesn't he?
they didn't have him last time the Heat played the Sixers in the playoffs.
I'm talking about like
had the
just
face
overall.
mask. I mean, regular season, that's a different story.
Embiid hasn't even been that good this playoffs. He's been injured. He's banged up.
Yeah, but bro, I'm telling you right now, 0 for 6 Tatum, man. Like he don't got that dog in him, bro. Like you mentioned, like who's gonna go get that bucket in the fourth? I don't think Jason Tatum wants it. I don't think he wants it.
Bro, I just feel like the Celtics got too many players that could beat you though.
They do.
Fam, on the Sixers, like bro, just
Grant Williams was the guy that really killed the Heat last year.
Now he gets no more burn.
Yeah, now he's got 2 minutes. But him, Rob Will, and Grant Will were literally the reason them Celtics, like, I mean, not really the only reason, but they stepped up and elevated their game, and they were kind of the deciding factor, especially Rob Will in the paint. He wasn't letting Jimmy attack the rack. He does scare me, but offensively, I feel more scared about fucking Derek White right now than JT. But Jaylen Brown's getting.
But on the Sixers, bro, like if you could somehow just like contain Embiid and Harden, like who else is there to worry about? You feel me? Like Maxey gonna give you what, 1 maybe 2 games? Yeah, 1 game against the Brooklyn Nets where he was really good. Now maybe this is his 1 game against the Celtics, but I mean, yeah, other than that, like is like bro, just leave PJ Tucker open, bro. Like there's people you. Like McDaniels, if he getting burned, like you don't let to guard him, bro. Like I don't know. It's just
McDaniels don't touch the floor. They be playing. Melton's gotten some big minutes.
Like Melton, like
George Niang.
You could live or die by that, bro. Come on. Man.
I think Patrick's his first name, Reed. But
like the Heat just got bodies they could throw at Harden, and then
they do have bodies that could play some defense. It's just Bam being 6'9" is what scares me against a 7-footer and just backing him down. But I get what you're saying, where the Celtics, like team wise, like yeah, Al Horford is gonna come out and just kill us 1 game like he always does.
Like come on, man, you know Jimmy gonna play the mental games with Embiid.
He does know Embiid very well, so I mean, I get what you're saying, but if it's just that fact that the 2 superstars that I know.
Oh no, because like
they have it in them. Just go out and be that killer that I don't think that Tatum is. I think that Jaylen Brown could be, but he's not getting any go ahead. So
I feel that, but you got to think for them to beat the Sixers, that means one of them or both of them figure that shit out, bro. Like if you going into a series against Tatum. Or even Tatum and Brown, who figured it out and they're feeling good, like they're gonna have to play great basketball to beat the Sixers now. It's like if you get a hot Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown, like, oh no, I'd rather play a James Harden and a banged up Embiid, bro.
I mean, I don't think they're too.
Because they were saying his injury was like 4 to 6 weeks, and he's already back. He only was out a week.
He's 4 for 9 now, so he's missed a couple. James Harden, jeez. 10 points now. He's 4 for 4 from the field.
Playing efficient.
And it looks like the Celtics just aren't scoring. I don't even know what's going on. But yeah, we'll see, man. I got Sixers. You got Celtics. Coin toss. Both ways around.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Way.
Next game up today is the Suns and Nuggets in Denver. You like the Nuggets in this one. I really don't like the Suns, but just because my Nuggets take earlier in the fucking year, I just have to ride with the Suns at this point. Just double down. So if you're a Suns fan, I'm sorry if I jinx y'all. But 2-2 heading back to Denver. Every game's a must-win at this point. Denver at home. You mentioned it. Each team 2-0 at home. So which team's going to be able to get that road win first? Obviously, the Phoenix Suns need it more considering
the Nuggets don't need it.
The Nuggets don't need it. But if the Suns could get Game 5 here, this is a must-win for them. D-Book, I think they're going to throw the kitchen sink at D-Book this game. I wouldn't be surprised if you see something different from the Nuggets defensively. I mean, they have to. They got to make some adjustments. And just let Jokic be Jokic. I mean, he could put up 50. Just don't let Murray, kind of get into his bag because Jokic is going to give you 30 plus regardless. There's nothing stopping Jokic on the planet. So you gotta stop those role players, especially at home. Role players step up and elevate their game in front of the home crowd. You minimize
Bruce Brown, KCP.
You minimize KCP, who can go get a bucket.
MPJ finds his shot. He shot inefficient.
Aaron
last
Gordon,
game.
he kind of sucked on the road.
Yeah.
So if those guys get it going, that's when the Suns have to worry. But as far as Jokic, he's gonna have a big game regardless. So
yeah, I mean, I was gonna say the Suns don't have anybody that can guard Jokic, but I mean, is there anyone that can? Like maybe AD at this point is like the last like best bet, but ultimately, Jokic, like you mentioned, he's still gonna get his. So it literally just comes down to, you know, can Devin Booker keep shooting fucking 80% from the field from that super crazy volume? And, you know, can Jokic just keep getting those double-doubles, triple-doubles, insane scoring offensive outputs? So it's just, I think this has been the most, like, fun series so far because, you know, just with everything going on, Jokic going at the Suns owner, him flopping. Like, what did you think about that? Did you think it was a flop or what, bro?
I mean, it was a little bit of a flop. I kind of
like Jokic going for the ball. Like,
I think two things. I think they're both in the wrong. First off, as the owner, he grabbed the ball, but he wasn't kind of looking at the play. He was trying to pick up his teammate, not his teammate, but his player.
Yeah. It was a Kobe, I think.
Yeah, but you're holding the ball like that. Just go ahead, roll the ball down. Don't have it. And for Jokic, like, I don't know what the fuck he thinks he's doing. Like, you just grab the ball and, like, give him a little shove. Maybe a little bit of a flop. He's been watching some game film.
The Suns owner, Ishmael, I believe, he used to play basketball. I think he went to MSU, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I did hear something about that. But
it's one of those gritty, end of the bench, you know.
Jokic just, like, how dumb do you have to be? You're the most valuable player on your team, most valuable player in basketball, and you just go out into the crowd and try to strip someone of the ball. Like, I get it. He wanted to get going, but I don't think the refs was going to check up the ball for him
Kobe
inbound.
was still in the crowd.
Exactly.
Like the play wasn't going to just go.
So what's the point?
It was just heat of the moment. You feel me? Like he's just like,
it's just Jokic
like,
being a hothead. Like, bro, as always.
You know his upbringing.
Yeah, I mean, he ruined whichever Morris brothers' career. Just gave him forever back problems and whiplash. I mean, but
he got that mob behind him. He not tripping, bro.
Yeah, his two thug brothers, like, I just thought it's dumb. Jokic, you've been in the NBA for so long, you know the game. Now, by rule, you should be suspended. I like what they did. No suspensions. Both guys kind of in the wrong. Jokic obviously has to do better. And then the Suns owner also came out and said, like, I don't think you should suspend him. Let's just keep playing ball. Let's keep the best talent on the floor. I really like that from him. Just keep it going. Now, if Jokic does slip up and do something else, like,
I don't think he's going to. I think that was just like a kind of weird, like,
it's not the first time.
One off the par moment, like.
The same thing goes for Embiid stomping on players, like.
No, that shit was not. That shit was an accident, bro. It didn't look. That shit. Oh
no, yeah, but I mean, you still walked on a player's head, like.
Well,
should he be
not
suspended?
Like he tried to. That's totally different.
But the next, like, say he does do something a little intentional. Now they're like, all right, just like with Jokic, we're gonna be looking at a different possible suspension.
That's not the Embiid part, bro. Because that's an accident, bro. That's like if you drive in a car and you get into 2 accidents, they gonna take your license. Neither one was your fault.
Yes.
Neither one was your fault though. Like it's just an accident,
bro. I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's different when you're driving. But I get what you're saying, bro. But like, regardless, bro, like they're still gonna be looking at it like it's not like Embiid's a clean player, known to be clean. Like, you just have to be weary. Your team in the playoffs in these situations, this isn't what you want to do, and just put your team and hurt them. And for Jokic, I mean, he goes down, you might as well just wrap the seasons up for the Nuggets. So he's just got to be smarter. What'd you think?
I kind of thought it was weird by what the Suns owner, like, grabbing the ball and then, like, kind of, like, chirping at, like, Jokic right there and, like, kind of give him a little shove or whatever. But, I mean, I get what Jokic was saying after the press conference. He's like, oh, he's a fan. Like, I thought the league is trying to protect the players. Like, he pushed me first and all that stuff. Like, I just think it was one of those, like, in the heat, in the moment, high, intense game. Emotions are flaring. Everyone's locked in. They both really want to win. And I think, when you in like high intense situations like that, you don't really think the best. You just kind of go off of, instinct and react. So I think they both just had reactions. Like you said, I think they were both wrong, but I don't think it was like anything like, it's not like it was a fucking malice at the palace, bro.
I was just going to say, though, it all started, with the beer getting thrown, and then I forget who it was. Maybe it was Wallace at the time. Went up to the stands. I forget who it was. But
Steven Jackson
was it? Yeah, it was one of them going up into the stands.
Oh, Artest. It was Ron Artest.
Yeah, and fighting the fan after he was Meta World Peace, whatever you want to call him. I think he went back to Ron Artest. So it was like his retaliation that started the whole brawl. And obviously not comparing the two, but, even if the owner really didn't put it, like, he might have touched him, but, yeah, if you're Jokic, you just can't. You can't. I understand protecting the players. I'm all with it. I think fans should be fans and that they shouldn't be, doing any of that extra throwing shit, touching, like, just leave yourself in a fan. Go ahead, chirp your shit, talk your shit. Once you start, a little physical, like, what do you want to? There's no place in the game for it. But I do agree. Both of those guys moved on. Just leave the physicality for the players. That's it. Let's go with your
Lakers.
Yeah, let's go with the Lake show, man.
My Lakers.
Yeah, they're your Lakers now, man. Don't you got a Lakers logo on 2K?
First off, I never equipped that shit. 2K just put it there, so it must have been a sign. But listen, it was a really good game last night. Lakers, I mean, especially yesterday, it's like a game of runs, bro. Like in the third quarter, or it was in the fourth quarter, towards the end of the game, like Lakers went on like a 8-0 run, and they call a timeout, and the Warriors literally come out the timeout and go on like a 10-0 run. Then the Lakers call a timeout, and they go on, like, it was just back and forth all night. But Stephen Curry looked like the only person that wanted to win on that Warriors team last night. I mean, he was doing it all, triple-double down the stretch. He was getting into the paint. They were really, really killing Anthony Davis in that high pick and roll. They were like, whoever's guarding AD, they're trying to bring him out the paint as much as possible. But AD's just, such an amazing athlete and such a great player. He's still finding ways to interfere, and he did his best Kevin Love possession on that last play, and he had to do it twice because I believe Draymond Green got the offensive rebound. So
he did.
Not only did he guard Stephen Curry on the perimeter and forced a missed shot once, but he had to do it again. So big props to AD. That was huge down the stretch. But I mean, the star of that game was Lonnie Walker in the fourth quarter. When it mattered the most, LeBron putting the ball in his hands, being LeBron kind of turned the clock and went back to point guard LeBron and was just setting everybody up, getting Lonnie those good shots, and Lonnie knocking it down, most of them while Curry was guarding him. So it was a really fun game. Game 6, I mean, you're going to see the Warriors throw, or Game 5, excuse me, the Warriors are going to throw everything they have, and Jordan Poole has become unplayable. He literally scored 0 points last night. I think he was like 0 for 5.
He played like
11 minutes because Curry got his ass up out of there, bro. Because he was throwing up bullshit, bro.
Yeah, he might have. I didn't watch the beginning or Jordan Poole's terrible stretch back, but they all talked about
Clay disappeared as well. He had a big 3 down the stretch in the corner to I believe give the Warriors to extend their lead, but just throughout that whole game, he was quiet, bro. It was literally like all Curry, bro.
And Curry shot 12 for 30. Klay Thompson 3 for 11. Gary Payton 7 for 9. Probably the most efficient Warrior at the time.
Payton had a good game as well.
DiVincenzo dropped 4 field goals. Jordan Poole 0 for 4 in 10 minutes.
All of those DiVincenzo buckets might have been off Curry assists, bro. Curry had like a nice little a crazy behind the back pass to him for a little reverse. Like Curry was hitting Moody in the corner. Like it was just insane, like to watch that Curry offense, bro.
Moody 3 for 3 from the field. All right, so the problem I have, I mean, I didn't watch the last game where Jordan Poole, in your words, unplayable on the court.
I mean,
Now, were you counting for like all the games leading up to this, or just that last game where you were like?
Well, it was basically. I mean, he had. I think it was a game one where he had a really good game against the Lakers. But other than that, bro, he has been super inefficient this entire series. I saw a stat or whatever showing like Jordan Poole's like minutes and efficiency. Let me see if I can pull it up.
So I got a.
He just hasn't been good.
21 points in game one on 46%. Game two, he only played 16 minutes, shot 50% from the field for 6 points.
Yeah. Game three 5, 2 for 9.
22% on 22 minutes, 5 points. And then last game. Now Klay Thompson, he took a Jordan Poole-esque shot towards the end of the game.
Yeah, that shot was crazy,
Curry
bro.
and Draymond, or was it Kerr and Draymond, kind of weren't happy with the shot. And then even for Curry, before he shot those last 2 threes, he's 3 for 12.
In that last 3, I believe they were only down 2. I think 1 or 2. They didn't need a 3.
No, they didn't. And he went ahead and chucked up 2 threes against AD.
Oh, no. The first one was a midi.
The one, was a midi.
But it was still a good contest from AD.
That honestly should have went in. And then he takes a, 30-footer.
Deep, like.
Yeah. And now you're like, that's Curry. We're going to live or die by it. You have Jordan Poole on the team. You know what type of player he is. And he's going to shoot it.
And boys setting bad examples.
Like, yeah, I mean, this is what you build. He's a third splash, bro. Like,
yeah. But, I mean, bro, I was talking to my boy about it from work, and he was like Klay and Curry were, like, trying to, like, set an example, like, oh, like, we're the real shooters, Poole. Like, we shoot these shots like you don't, but they both just ended up missing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, I mean, I get it. Curry, he's getting D'd up 92 feet or whatever it is down the court, whatever you want to say. But them boys did miss some big threes down the stretch when they didn't need a 3 either. And it was the same result. Obviously, you want different ones. Not saying Jordan Poole's the same skill set as Curry or Klay Thompson when it comes to shooting. But Jordan Poole, he can shoot the rock. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at those numbers from the last 2 games. Not the best. Really hasn't gotten opportunity. You wonder if the Jordan Poole era is over in Golden State.
It's kind of tough because he just got that contract. So, and it's not that he hasn't gotten the opportunity. Like, he's out there, but it's just he doesn't offer anything on defense. It's like it's the stupidest fouls, like bad turnovers. It's just like stuff that just messes up the flow of the game. And I mean, like, you wonder why Draymond punched him. Like, you see the way they're playing, dog.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I was Jordan Poole, I'd punch Draymond. Like, Draymond is literally, besides him, he should just become a coach. Because I honestly see Draymond more talking TNT pregame than him actually.
No, Draymond's still a really good defensive player, and his playmaking is still really important for that Golden State team. But that's about it.
I know a lot of players that could do that.
Who? What Draymond does?
Yeah, nothing. I mean, besides his experience,
nothing
in his
is kind of
leadership.
crazy. Did he make second team all defense?
Maybe.
I think he just did. Yeah, Draymond's still a really good defender.
I'm not saying he's not a good defender, bro.
So great defense and really good playmaking?
It's good playmaking.
No, Draymond has really good playmaking, especially with that Warriors team and in that system. Like, he's doing like those behind the back passes, like those off ball screens, like running, giving Curry and Klay those open shots. Like, there's like no one else is doing that, bro.
I'm not saying, but like, when is the Draymond train over? Now, 31 minutes, I get it. He's a defender. There's not many players in the league that could play a Draymond type role and teams could win championships. Like,
that's what makes him so special, because he's so unique for that team, bro.
But
like,
I think at this point in his career,
like Draymond's not gonna work like on the Rockets. You feel me? Like, you can't just put Draymond everywhere. But it shows, like, when he's in that system playing with those guys, how valuable he is, bro.
I mean, 8. If you just looking at, I get what you're saying. 8, 6, and 7.5. Let's say 8. Okay, he averages 1.5 steals. 1 block a game. But it's just like,
bro, Draymond, like, you know, he's the classic, like, bro, what he does doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Like, that's Draymond to a T, bro. He just means so much more to that team, bro. Like, fam, if you don't have Draymond on that Warriors team, name one person that can remotely stop anyone else on the court.
nobody. They have no defense.
Exactly.
I mean,
that's why Draymond is so valuable.
Looney against AD, I mean, that's the best matchup, but there's not, like...
But Looney, okay, that he a big man.
Yeah.
Like, and he's a solid defender, but he's not doing
can
that.
you play a little defense? I feel like...
Come on, bro. You throwing DiVincenzo at who?
Shit, D-Lo maybe.
Yeah, and what? D-Lo gonna have fucking 15 points
Wiggins
again?
can play some defense.
Wiggins can, but, I mean, he's streaky,
more
you feel
perimeter.
me? Yeah. Draymond can play perimeter to the paint. You feel me?
I know what you're saying, bro, but like
He's the glue guy, bro.
Glue guys don't punch your teammates in the face.
Okay, that is a different story. Like, I understand, like, if you want to, like, get rid of him for punching a dude, but, like, you can't say because his play. Draymond's still playing really well.
And I don't know many players that are going to request to go watch LeBron break the scoring record in the middle of the season.
That's his homeboy, man.
That's his homeboy. They were literally fighting for a spot out of the play-in, so...
Showing love.
Bro, you could show love from IG later. Go post a pig, whatever. But, I mean, come on. It's just questions where Draymond is with basketball sometimes. Because I see him before. Yeah, sure, maybe he records it in the morning when he wakes up before he goes to the facility. But playoff basketball, like, even LeBron back in, you know, when he was on the Heat, when he was reading page 1 of every book, like... He literally turned off social media. He wasn't a part, like, blocked out all the noise. And now he's even telling the boys in LA now. 30. He said, good game, bad game. He's like, just stay off. You're the greatest player, you're the worst player in the playoffs. He's like, stay off the internet and just turn off your TV. And for Draymond, he can't because he's literally on the TV talking about games. Like, that's the only problem I have. I get what you're saying. His stats don't show up in the stat sheet. All right, but how much can Draymond Green, like, how much can his personality really keep up right now in 2023 with what he has to offer on the court? Is it more good or more bad he's doing? I know what you mean, but it's just something to think about. Like, is that Draymond, what's going on there? Because he bumps heads with a lot of guys, bro. Like,
I think it all depends on how this series goes. Like, if they lose this game and they lose game 5 and they get a gentleman's sweep, then I think, yeah, there's serious concerns. But if Draymond turns up and, you know, locks up AD for these next couple runs and, you know, has a couple double-doubles, maybe throwing a triple-double, and, like, that leadership shows, you know, how important he is to the team, then it's like, damn, like, Draymond was, like, a really key part. And in that Game 2 win, Draymond had a great game. He was really good for the Warriors in that game. One of the reasons, if not the reason, they won. But it's going to be interesting because I think he's due for a contract this upcoming season. So I think either the Warriors can offer him or he can become a free agent, I'm pretty sure.
So I think he has one more year. 2023, 2024.
But I think, like, an extension is coming up.
Yeah, so I think next year is his last year. And he has an option.
Yeah, he has that option. I think he can opt out this season.
He can opt out.
Yeah.
It's either a $27.6 million contract or opt out and become an unrestricted free agent. So Warriors can't match that, obviously, unrestricted. We'll see with that, but last one, Heat Knicks, kind of touched on the team basketball they played. Last game, what was that, Sunday? No, it was Monday. It was
yesterday, yeah. Monday.
I mean, everybody was contributing. I'm looking for this box score real quick. But, I mean, Jimmy, Bam, I talked about it. The Knicks, Jaylen Brunson, kind of the heart and soul. RJ Barrett, He seems to be getting a bucket, bro, over there in New York.
Up and down. He's been up and down. Like, he's had some really good points, but then there's kind of times he disappears.
24 points last game on 9 of 16. Brunson, 10 for 21. He dropped 30. Randall, you look at stats, 8 for 13, 9 boards, 20 points, fouled out. Brunson had 5 fouls. You know, the Knicks try to go to McBride deep down the bench with no Quickly.
Saw that, yeah.
But he was only 4 minutes. Meanwhile,
they have no shooting, bro.
None.
Just kills them.
I think RJ Barrett's probably their best shooter right now, and is
him or Brunson.
Brunson, he's shooting like 20% right now, so not even.
I know, like.
Jimmy 9 of 17, 27 and 10, 6 boards. Bam 23 and 13 on 10 of 17. Gabe Vincent had a dud. He was 1 for 7. Same with Duncan, who was 1 for 8. He did hit a big momentum 3. Max Strus 6 for 13, shooting 40% from 3 on 16 and 6 with
Lowry been hooping. 6
boards. Lowry 4-6 from the field. He had 15, 4 and 5. Valuable 26. Caleb Martin, same thing. 4 for 8, 10 points. I mean, you look up and down. This was the best team game they played in a while, and Vincent and Duncan Robinson didn't do much. Those were 2 guys that have been stepping up of late.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't step up. Rest of the guys got their back. I think it's important for Miami to kind of show that they're able to score with the depth. I mean, there was only 3 players that didn't play last game, and that was Haslam, Jovic, and Yurtseven. So one of them is literally retired. One of them is a rookie, and one of them was bouncing back from, I think, an Achilles injury in Yurts this year. So, you know, solid game. Game 5, heading to New York. I would love to win it in MSG. Just ruin New York's day. We'll see, man. I think the Heat close it out 6, not a gentleman's sweep, but I think they close it on 6. Knicks might get one at home.
I think the Heat take care of business in New York, man.
I want to, bro, but I can't.
Jimmy's back. Like, come on, bro.
I just don't want to get all up on the train, kid.
You've
done
it
it too many times.
You might as well.
Done it too many times in my life, bro. Just to. I mean, after Jimmy had that Game 6 performance last year against the Celtics, shit, I thought it was all good, but it really wasn't, man. Get any
No, that's pretty much it.
I'm just trying to see something real quick.
Might as well hit me with that guess the team real quick.
Oh, you want it now?
Yeah.
All right, hold up. I just want this box score real quick.
For what, the Philadelphia game?
Yeah, but I want like the shooting percentages and everything.
What you want to see? I got right here.
I mean just the.
Harden's 4 for 5, Embiid 4 for 11, Harris 5 for 8. Damn, Embiid got 9 free throws already. 19 points from Joel. PJ Tucker's 0 for 2.
Just leave it. Tatum 3 for 10.
Yeah.
Horford's
0 for 6.
Damn.
2 for 5 from Smart, 9 points.
Yeah. All right. You ready for that guess the team, man? I don't remember every player, honestly, at this point. But
hit me with it.
All right. Point guard, international. Shooting guard went to Louisville. Small forward, Butler. Power forward went to Kentucky. And the center went to Duke.
I think I know who it is.
Who?
Is it the Hornets?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gordon Hayward gave it away.
The
and
Butler.
LaMelo, yeah.
I see, bro. I was sitting there. I was like, "Oh, LaMelo."
No, that threw me off for a second. I'm
I
like,
know,
international.
I was
I'm like,
like,
who
bro,
the fuck? But yeah,
what international PG is it? Tony Parker, like yeah.
Tony Parker. I thought Luka at first.
Low key, I thought I felt like Butler and Duke big man because fucking Plumlee, but I knew the Butler. See, I knew that little international would throw you off.
It definitely did. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
But that Gordon Hayward shit, bro, that shit was.
Louisville is there too. Who is that? Rozier?
I don't think it was Rozier.
I think Rozier did go to Louisville, actually.
Actually, yeah,
I think he played.
It
might have
was.
played with Donovan Mitchell actually.
I think it was Rozier.
Yeah.
And then the other forward was PJ Washington. Yeah, it was Rozier.
PJ went where? Kentucky. Yeah. Damn, I forgot LaMelo didn't go to college, bro.
Yeah, I mean he
Played in Australia.
yeah, he played. Well, he played in fucking Lithuania first when he was in high school.
Something like that, bro.
And then he came back, played high school again in the U.S., and then went and played in Australia.
Jim made it to the league, so you chilling, bro.
Yeah, clearly they have no treatment plans over there because Jit ankles are cooked.
Got them Curry ankles.
Same with Lonzo. I don't know, man.
Just need to put them Pumas up, man.
Well, I mean, my Kobe's are literally falling apart, so I just ordered Giannis's, bro. Like, the sole literally fell off.
You been putting that work in, fam?
It was like fucking 2 pickup games in the fucking back of work, bro. But
You got no shits forever, dog. It's time.
Bro, I mean, you can't get a pair of Kobe's anymore. Like,
fam, unless you trying to pay fucking
10 grand. Nah, you said them new ones dropping soon, though. Was it the Kobe Yates?
They said they pro-tron them, but they said that's fall this year.
Sheesh.
Supposedly.
I gotta hit one time on a little raffle or sneakers app, bro. I gotta hit.
I'm getting them bitches regardless, bro.
Yeah. $800. You gonna wear them to hoop?
It's not gonna be $800, bro. It's not.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I try to get the Mambacitas and missed on that too. Little GG ones.
Yeah. Like the Kobe 6s and shit, they not going for that much, bro. The Protros, they still taxing. That might be like 3, maybe.
But just the hooping, bro. You get the Zoom 6 Kobe's. Let's see.
Yeah, the Protros. Like the Grinches, they probably gonna be taxing.
Grinch, yeah. 700.
Yeah.
There's 6.5. Damn, them Mambacitas going for 600 right now.
Man, I'm tripping, man. Maybe they are taxing.
500 for the All-Star Protros. 500. 600. A band. Holy shit. Yeah, bro. It's crazy, man. I just want a good hoop and shoot, man. And Kobe's, you know they're the best, bro.
They are. Giannis is straight, though. They should.
Oh, you could get the white De La Soul for $490. I'm finna that 9.5 that's going for $163. Fuck it.
Bitches probably beat, man.
They probably are. Probably look like mine. $275 for the Concords.
Man, you could probably sell yours for like $100, man. Just because they Kobe's.
That shit got super glue markings all over it, bro. Regardless, man. NBA conference finals. I think next week we should be wrapped up unless the series goes 7.
So I guess I don't know.
Maybe. I think it'll be over. I think the last day they can play is Monday. Regardless, Goal2Go pod on TikTok, man. Like, comment, hit that share button. YouTube, Goal2Go. Like, comment, hit that subscribe button, man. Episode 40. We 40 weeks in, man. NFL season, getting closer to start of OTAs, training camp.
Yeah.
Getting all around to that, man. Baseball season going on. Not good for the Guardians or the Marlins.
Dodgers are mid.
Obviously, we'll talk October baseball when it gets there. It's the most exciting time for them. But regardless, man, we'll be back next week. Another episode. Until then, appreciate it.